Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Northwest Stadium. On the return, here's Miles Price. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. First carry here for Aaron Jones. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, hey, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
Second down carry for Jones. And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Offense up to the line fast. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 40.
On the shotgun, McCarthy. Has a man, Justin Jefferson. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. 1st and 10. Here's Jones. Still has some space inside the 35. And he has this down to the 34. Making it even 10 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Minnesota.
Staying on the ground here with Jones. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
70 Lion, Hawk 70, Hawk 70, Dragon 60, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. It's a Minnesota touchdown.
Jefferson.
The Vikings finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure of what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
Oh, it's a fake. They're going to flip it to the kicker. He's going to throw.
You know, that's a call I'll see in the college game, but it's pretty dead and gone in the NFL, and for good reason. Even when you catch them off guard, the chances for success are extremely low. Can't do it.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready?
Daniel's going to throw to get us started. Caught by Deebo Samuel. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders find an answer with their opening drive. Deebo Samuel, the touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody.
Jake Moody to kick off.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Cowboy 80.
Off play action. It's McCarthy. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
And I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've left over the week. During practice, the both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
Man in motion, headed right. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That one's cut along the left sideline. He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings just need 2 snaps to steal the lead.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Here's McCarthy leading them to the line. They're going for 2.
The Vikings will.
All right, they're going to throw for it. Escapes the pocket. And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead.
Commanders 7.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Chooses to bring this one out. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. This is Ja'Cory Kronsky-Merritt in it for the first time. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our first quarter. 12-7 our score. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They have 2nd down behind the sticks.
Fix the Eagle. Fix the Eagle. Go.
From the gun, it's Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Ready.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Cowboy 80.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that brings up 4th and long. The Commanders ready for the punt. That's Miles Price back deep for the Vikings. Takes it in at the 26. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
At their own 32-yard line.
Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10.
70 Lions, 60 Bisons. Go, Reed, go. Hawk 70, Hawk 7, Warrior 70.
On play action now, McCarthy. They gain 11 on that play. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Headed out right. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn. Oh, he loses it on the return. They could get this back. And they scoop it up. Time to push for the line. And the Vikings put together a wonderful return. Gets him back inside the 40 following the interception. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Round complete. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
You know, as any quarterback is going to tell you, that's one of the most difficult things to do, knowing you're going to get blasted. That defender's coming right at you, but you got to throw an accurate ball. It does two things. Number one, it strikes fear in the defense, and number two, you gain respect of your teammates.
Now a give up the middle to Jones. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Going to the ground again on first. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down. So we're down inside of 2 minutes remaining now in our first half. North coming up from Northwest Stadium. Stick around. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Running a screen now for Jones. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
McCarthy to throw it. Pressure coming, and they take him down. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. So the Vikings will try a field goal on 4th down. Will Reichert headed out. Ball on the left hash, 37 yards out. Reichert connects there. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the track. And the kicker gets to pad his stats a little bit, the high percentage make.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here, Kronsky Merritt. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Brought down back at the 31-yard line.
Out of the gun, Daniels. That's caught. It's McLaurin downfield. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders earn the chance to tie before halftime. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Commanders 14.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. This one's going to bounce into the end zone and will end as a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. Looking quickly here.
A gain of 12 yards. And
first down, and they go right back to him. Shoves him off. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. 35 on the pickup. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. First and 10, here's McCarthy. Brought in left side by Jefferson. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
That's another Vikings first down. First and 10.
Breaking inside the red zone. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, kid, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception.
The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60.
Yep, as expected. They go to the ground to start this one off. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. All right, now a timeout is called. 9 seconds to go in this half.
A gain of 2.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8.
Here we go, here we go. Bronco 8.
They'll stick with the ground game here. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. Final timeout taken by the Commanders. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. And this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Here we go, start. Back to 60, trap 60, trap 60.
He'll throw it. Trying for the deep ball. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Harrison Smith with the INT. And the Vikings do not get to return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. First and 10.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready?
They go inside give to Krosky Merritt. So call it a half dozen on that run block. It's second down. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
Brought down at the 42-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Second down give to Krosky Merritt. All right, short of the market for the moment, but they've got third and short coming up from their own 44.
A 2-yard pickup brings up third and 1.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs.
Come on. 70 Lions.
Third and 1. Daniels. Dumped off to his running back. And they make the tackle at the 38. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Washington first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Firing quickly out of line, Daniels. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It's a gain of 12 on that one. That's going to give the Commanders a first down.
Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Warriors 70. Ready.
Throwing now, Daniels. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. That was Terry McLaurin on the target. And that'll bring up second down. Well, he already has himself one interception in his game, partner. And throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two, two becomes three, and on and on and on.
Daniels setting up the play action. This one found by a defender instead and knocked away. Back-to-back passes failing to connect, Brock. It's third down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
70.
Daniels throwing on third. Escapes out to, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. Working quickly here.
18 Cardinals.
It's fourth down.
The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. As that'll leave them with just two to use the rest of the way. Here's Jake Moody for the field goal. Ball spotted on the left hash, 49 yards out. Moody knocks it through, and they've taken back the lead.
Well, that didn't take too long. One series in, and he's given them the second half lead.
Vikings 15.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. On the return, here's Price. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Minnesota into formation. It's first and 10. Looking to throw, McCarthy. Hits him on the out route. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
From the gun, Jones gets it. Yeah, he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Lucky Luvu there for the tackle. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. McCarthy throwing on his 3rd and 1. That's cut. This is Addison. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Another one to Addison. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's Vikings football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. First down from the 42. Now give it to Mason. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Okay, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course. But you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. And goes to the hurry up here.
Brings up second and
Flag down. This could be a free opportunity for the offense. This one won't be reeled in, but they had that green light to take the shot, and they did. Looked like somebody on the defense jumped the snap. After the penalty, just 4 yards to go here on second down. McCarthy throwing here. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. Offensive line fast.
a loss of 5 yards. And it's third down. Third and long.
60 bicep.
And they're going to spike this one. No, wait, no, they're not spiking it. They're going to throw. And they aren't fooled by that fake spike. They kept charging and got there to take him down. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Hey, listen, you get down into the red zone situationally and you're thinking points, right? You want touchdown to settle for a field goal. You take a sack of that nature, well, now a field goal comes into play. That can't happen.
Well, best of luck here. It's fourth and a considerable distance. Minnesota spends its second timeout here. We'll see how judicious they choose to be with that final timeout. A lot of pressure on this kick for Will Reichert. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. He didn't get enough into it, so it just comes down shy of the crossbar. And instead of taking a 1-point lead, they trail by 2.
Hey, Kate, I'm not going to claim to be the kicking whisperer or know every detail, but I do know this. Much like on a golf course, when you come up short on a shot, it's because you hit it fat. You just didn't hit it solid. To come up short right there, that kicker hit a little ground before he could ever hit the ball.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Now the Vikings use their third and final timeout.
On the jump.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. He's got Jalen Lane. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders push